My name is Ashlin. This is my story. I graduated from Palmer Ridge in 2016 and have been in the district since third grade. I remember growing up in Monument and being encouraged to be a leader and grow into those skills from such an early age. I think that this district really encouraged me to be high achieving and want to make a difference and want to make a change. But I realized that there was a piece missing that I just wish I would have known earlier and had cultivated in me. And I think this is something that our district can really focus on, is that there's people out in the world who have so many different experiences than us. And I didn't really realize the depth of that until I went to college. And so I got to college and I was so excited to meet new people and hear their stories. And I didn't realize that some of those stories might clash with the way that I saw the world. And they might feel a little prickly because they challenge some of the things that I thought were givens. And they started to get me to question, is the way that I see the world complete? Or maybe I can learn from other people. And for example, I got to meet some friends sophomore year who grew up from different backgrounds than me, had lived in different states or lived out of the country. And I remember one of my friends talking about how she didn't want to go to the convenience store off campus. And I asked, why not? And she said, Ashlin, I'm a Black woman. And when I walk into that store, everyone follows me. The store manager follows me. Everyone's checking to make sure I'm not stealing anything. And it's really uncomfortable. And that really took me aback because I didn't think that still happened in 2016. And I wanted to dismiss it because that was uncomfortable to me in my worldview, that could still be happening. And so I remember thinking, okay, that's just one story that can't be the truth. But then as I started hearing more friends talk about their experience as a Black man, or as a Latina who's first generation in college, or someone who's in the LGBTQ community and is worried about what they post online because of bullying, I remember thinking, okay, maybe the way I saw the world as a white woman is not the same as some of these friends who have different identities. And listening to their stories started to open up this space of empathy that I hadn't experienced before. And I think that was so beautiful, but it was really challenging. And it made me feel uncomfortable as I started to unpack things that I just took as truth that aren't true for every single person. And so I guess you could say that my eyes were really open to all of the different inequities in our world. And I started thinking, I wish I would have known this earlier. I wish I could have started to put together these pieces as I grew up. And so I learned that because of my identities, I don't have to face certain obstacles that some of my peers do, who are Black, who are part of the LGBTQ community, who have more obstacles to overcome because of their identities. And that doesn't mean that I don't have obstacles to overcome too, but I don't have the same obstacles they do because of my skin color or who I love. And I don't understand what that's like. And so as I started to learn and listen and want to change my perspective, I realized that this is a huge part of leadership development. Our district and our community prides itself on leadership development, and we do a great job. A lot of my peers from high school are out there making a difference and wanting to change the world, and it's really inspiring. But I think that when we send our young people out without this piece of understanding the diversity of perspectives, it can feel like a really challenging, eye-opening moment. And I think that we could be better equipped to be empathetic, compassionate leaders if we realize that people come from different perspectives and have grown up in different experiences than me, so that I can more address some of the things they're facing or be able to understand some of the things they bring to the table or better hear them when they're speaking. And I think that this is a constant journey. I'm often going to mess up, use the wrong terminology, say something that might be offensive. And that can be easy to say, okay, well, it's not even worth trying. But I think that as we continue in this journey, it's all about having the humility to say, I care about you, you matter, your story matters, and I'm gonna keep learning. I'm gonna keep listening to you, and I wanna be part of this journey together. And so I think this is the piece that our youth need to be learning as they grow up. It's part of social emotional wellness because when we're more aware of how people different from us navigate the world, we can build a safer space. I think this could help us improve mental health in our community and make space to be caring and supportive. And as I look back, my peers in high school and throughout elementary school and everything had stories to share about their unique experiences, but I don't know that they felt there was a safe space to share them in. And so I think this is a space where we can really encourage our peers and our young people to be completely who they are, to flourish in their diversity, and to build leaders who are ready to make a real change in the world, an empathetic change, a compassionate change, and be well equipped to step into the world and make a difference.